Good morning, everyone, and welcome to D-Network Trading. In today's video, we're going to be getting into our usual live trading that we do every week, live trading Bitcoin, okay? But I wanted to show you guys what yesterday's trade did because we did come on here yesterday. So let's show you what happened. Um, where am I? Okay, wait. Okay, this is the one. So I made a post because I usually post the update on what happens. Price ended up stopping me out. Okay. Um, I learned, all right. I learned. I definitely did because I should have set my entry at a fib level. Listen, and then we're gonna get straight into it. I'm gonna tell you guys this right now. If you have a strategy, okay, and the strategy works, use it. You know what I mean? Use it. I created a journal prompt for all of my students, and I use it myself because I have to make sure it works. And I use the journal prompt because you will notice why certain things happen simply due to an emotion. Remember, I tell you guys, you don't want to have emotions in the market, okay? At the same time, we're still human. So it's little things that we might miss because, whatever the case is, we don't know what it is until we journal about it. So I have a prompt kind of giving you guys a step-by-step outline or guideline on how to find out what the real issue is, because a lot of the times it's not your strategy. A lot of the times it's not your process. It's not the time you're trading. It's you. And yesterday it was me. But depending on your broker, you would have still been in that trade. Okay, but trade did hit TP1 at 2, and it did go off to sell 60K. Okay, and I think we sold it off at what, 70? So it was pretty good. It was pretty good. So let's get straight into it. Share my screen again. So yes, that was yesterday's trade. Let's move on to today, okay? Because it's a new day. Share this tab. All right. So Bitcoin has been, I mean, Bitcoin's been doing what Bitcoin's supposed to do, right? There's yesterday's trade. Let's delete that. Bitcoin's been doing what Bitcoin's supposed to do. We're currently at 67,000. We caught it here. We see that prices it found a strong support. Remember, I was telling you guys, what did I say yesterday? I said that Bitcoin is going to find its strongest support, which I believe is going to be anywhere between 60 to 65,000. Okay, and that's exactly what it did. Now we can see it's retesting a strong structure level on a higher time frame, currently around the 5 minute time frame. My highest time frame based off my strategy is um is the daily time frame. I don't really touch the weekly like that. I don't really touch the monthly like that. I do understand why you would, okay? But I wouldn't advise marking up with too many higher time frames if you're still trying to learn market structure. And if you do need to learn market structure and you have no clue what I'm talking about, check out my videos on my page, okay? On the channel. So right now what I'm looking for is previous levels of supply and demand, aka our ceilings and our floors in the market. Okay. And I'm going to make sure it's a really nice, tight zone that I mark up so that my levels can be as accurate as possible. I like that a lot. All right, let's go back. I wonder why they don't have my button there at the bottom anymore. So this is too high. Okay. Because you want to make sure you're including your candle. That's just how I trade it. And let's just go back to make sure because I want to make sure it's at a nice level. Yeah, this is good. hmm So now we've marked up our zones. Now we have to identify, okay, what is the market doing overall? It's selling, right? We can look from all the way up here around October 6th of 2025 to now. price has dropped a total of almost, my God, 50, 60,000. I mean, 70,000, 80,000, right? It has dropped. Okay. So our overall bias will be sells. Yes, we trade with the trend. The trend is our friend. Okay. However, we have to make sure that the lower time frames, because we do see this buy candle, is supporting that sell. And what do you know? Price is high, right by the ceiling. We want to make sure that we are seeing the proper market structure proof. Okay, we want price action. We want these candlesticks to prove to us that it's going to continue in this downtrend. Okay, I'm going to draw my sell fib. Um, don't worry if you don't know how to use the fib. I have a video on that too, and I also have in my Telegram and in my community posts. Okay, I have a, hold on, you guys, hold on. Let me show you. I have this. Let me make sure you guys can see. Okay, this is on my community post, and it basically has the meanings for all of these lines that you can follow. Okay, that's how we choose how to, what lines we enter in on, what lines we'll exit on, because each of these lines have a meaning. And I created, a nice little sheet for you guys to be able to see that as well. So as you can see here, we're closing below this 946 level. This is a wick rejection level. This is on our 1 hour time frame. As we see, okay, so it didn't close below the continuation level. So that tells me that if we're going to sell, I would not sell anywhere past 62,000, maybe even 63. I wouldn't even sell that low. I wouldn't be looking to get a 1 to 5 today. We can see that we're overbought. Okay. Um, I would just go for a 1 to 2. I wouldn't even do anything crazy today. Yeah, I wouldn't even do anything crazy today. Okay. So ultimately, ultimately, we can see here that price is closing below and it's in an overall supply area. Okay, this is a supply zone and it's closing within it. I can actually change that for you guys. This is what, 15 minute? Okay, so this is 15-minute supply. And you want price to stay within this zone. Now, because of how it's looking, I am going to set a pending stop. And a pending stop is when it's a pending order. So that means that we're not entering the market immediately right now. I'm going to set a pending stop maybe. Let me see what it's looking like on the 5 minute. Because I really want to just sell it. Yeah, we're going to sell it. Matter of fact, we're going to sell it now. We're going to sell it right now. Let's go ahead and set those parameters so that you guys can put it in for all my newbies. I do put it into the chart, or I'm sorry, I do put the parameters into the chart. However, if it's a market execution, that means we're going into the trade right now. Okay, make sure you use proper risk management. You should already know how much you're risking prior to. All right, I'm going in on a 0.01 just because my risk tolerance is a bit lower than usual. Okay, if you don't know how to put these trades in, check out the video on how to enter, exit, and manage your trades on Trade Locker. All right, I have that video as well. 67690 So 67690 is the stop loss price. 66152 is the take profit price. Okay. Do I want to set the wick rejection? I kind of do. But anyways, that will be fine. Truthfully, I'm gonna tell you guys like this. Depending on how skilled you are, all right, I'm gonna type it in. You're gonna get an even better entry by the time I type this in. But you really could potentially take it down to here. Okay? But that's only if price wants to do that. So, that's why I was pretty conservative, I would say. And I actually prefer this because you see how there's so much like empty space here. Kind of want you guys to just get in where you fit in, or we gonna get in where we fit in. Amen. So let me go ahead and type that in to the chat. We're currently in profit. Okay, let me show you guys. We are currently in profit. Oh, now we're not. We were. But let me type in the text box. Oh, I see you coming. Okay. I'm really confident in this trade. I'm not gonna lie. 67690 is the stop loss. Hold on, let me write this down from here because sorry guys, I have so much going around on my desk. All right, entry price is 6-7. I'm gonna give you guys a different. Actually, no. I gotta keep it. But I would want to give you guys a better entry. That's the only reason why I said what I said. But it's okay. It's gonna be a pending stop anyways if you get in now. So it's gonna be pending 67178. Pending stop. Okay. Your entry price is going to be 67,178. Your stop loss is going to be 67,690, and your TP1 is going to be a 1-to-1 risk to reward, and that is 66,000. Okay, that's TP1. TP2, okay, is 66,157. Now listen, I'm not overly spiritual. Um, so, you know, whatever you guys want to put in for your TP, amen. Um, you do that. You do that. All right. Pending. I look like a mad scientist. Pending orders, you guys. If you can't tell already, I have all the information you need on my YouTube. Okay. But when it comes to like terminology and like pending orders and market execution and limits and all these things, I have terminology in my Telegram chat, resources that I created for my students so that they can learn quicker and easier. And I don't have to like repeat myself with the same thing over and over again. So 67178. Okay. So definitely check that out in my link tree. You can get access to that. Because it's free. Okay, 67690. And if you need to find that, it's in my description box on the channel. All right, no, let me not play around too much because I gotta get these numbers right. It's so crazy. I made a video like a few months ago talking about why attention to detail and pending orders go hand in hand as a trader. And I mean, like, it got like hundreds of views. Hundreds of views. And I'm like, wait, so y'all didn't, I mean, I thought that was like boring, but I just really had the desire to, talk about it because I had an experience myself. And I basically talked about in the video. I'm just checking these numbers, you guys, making sure that they're, yeah. All right. So there's that. But I was just telling a story of, what I experienced marking up a chart and entering into a trade half asleep, and the effects of that, and why I no longer trade in bed, because I used to trade in bed. Okay, I used to bring my computer with me, trade in bed, barely be awake. I didn't even know what was going on, and you could hear it in my voice too. Like my voice is already like a little bit more monotone than most, and so when I wake up, you know. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. The moral of the story is paying attention to your pending orders and your numbers is extremely crucial. I mean, it could ideally in a perfect world, you know what you're doing and it goes in your direction. At the end of the day, no trade is a guarantee. All right. So, you guys, stay tuned for the outcome of this trade. Okay. I'm going to post it in the community post. I've been doing really, really good. Okay. I've been here, I've been showing up. I'm happy about it. So, I'm going back to bed. I'm going back to bed. It's Friday, and I have nothing left to do but clean the house and feed myself and my man. So we will um we will check back mm, more than likely next week. Okay, if not earlier. I really, 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 really want to get these playlists out for you guys. I've been working really hard on it, and I'm currently actually going through the journal prompts to help guide the students and things like that, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video. But I'm still going through making sure every like it's exactly how I need it to be, so it works, right? So it's the same thing I did with my content, same thing I did with my educational videos. It's the same thing, different day. So I just gotta find time to do it. But I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so, so much for your time. Bye.